What if the biggest battle you'll ever fight isn't against the world, but against your own mind? What if discipline is the sword and focus is the shield that protect your purpose from distraction? This isn't about motivation that fades. This bar is about transformation that lasts. There comes a moment in every person's life when they realize that the real war is not outside, it's inside. The real battle is not against the world, not against the critics, not even against failure. It's against our own mind. Every dream you want, every success you admire, every achievement you desire starts from that quiet inner fight, the fight between comfort and growth, between distraction and focus, between laziness and discipline. Most people lose that battle before it even begins. They lose it when they press snooze on the alarm. They lose it when they choose temporary pleasure over long-term purpose. They lose it when they stop believing that they can change. But the truth is, you can change. You can train your mind just like a muscle. You can build focus one small step at a time. You can become the kind of person who stays calm under pressure, who keeps moving forward no matter what. Focus and discipline are not gifts. They are choices, daily choices. Welcome to How to Win the Inner Battle. The power of focus and discipline. The meaning of focus. Focus is not about staring at one thing for hours. It's about learning to control your attention. In a world full of noise, focus is your superpower. Most people wake up and give their attention away. They scroll, they compare, they react. And by the time they realize it, their energy is gone wasted on things that don't matter. But focused people do the opposite. They protect their attention like gold. They start the day with intention, not reaction. When Elon Musk built SpaceX, he faced constant failure. Rockets exploded, investors left, and critics laughed. But Musk kept his focus on the mission, to make humanity multiplanetary. He didn't let failure distract him. He saw beyond the present pain into the future possibility. That is what focus really is, seeing clearly when everyone else sees chaos. The mind and its noise. Your mind is like a wild horse. If you don't control it, it will run anywhere. It will jump from one thought to another, from one fear to another. But if you train it, it can take you to places you never imagined. When you learn to control your focus, you learn to control your destiny. Steve Jobs once said, "People think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on. But that's not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas that there are." Saying no is part of greatness. Every time you say no to distraction, you say yes to your future. The power of focus is like sunlight. When it spreads, it burns nothing. But when you concentrate it through a lens, it can start a fire. Your mind works the same way. When your thoughts are scattered, nothing happens. But when they are aligned toward one purpose, miracles happen. The discipline to stay the course. Focus shows you the path, but discipline keeps you walking it. Discipline is doing what you said you would do, long after the feeling has left you. Every successful person you've heard of was disciplined long before they were recognized. Cristiano Ronaldo is not the most naturally talented player in football history, but he is one of the most disciplined. He trains longer, sleeps better, eats cleaner, and recovers faster than most. He doesn't rely on mood. He relies on mastery. When people sleep, he trains. When others party, he rests and prepares. Because he understands something powerful. Discipline creates freedom. Freedom to perform. Freedom to choose. Freedom to win. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect. It's telling yourself, I deserve a better life and I'm willing to work for it. The hidden enemy. Comfort. The biggest enemy of focus and discipline is not failure. It's comfort. Comfort feels good now, but it steals your future quietly. It tells you, you've done enough today, you deserve a break, but greatness begins where comfort ends. When Muhammad Ali was training for a world title, he said something powerful. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. Ali didn't enjoy the pain. He respected it. He saw it as the price of excellence. And that's what discipline really is. The ability to do what's necessary, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline turns chaos into clarity, dreams into reality, and ordinary people into legends. The science of consistency. Focus starts the journey. Discipline keeps it alive, but consistency makes it real. Every small habit you repeat is like a drop of water carving through stone. You won't see results in one day, or even in 1 week, but over time it changes everything. Thomas Edison tried over 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. When asked how he felt about failing so often, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." That's what discipline looks like. It's not glamorous. It's not loud. It's quiet repetition, over and over again until the world notices. The battle of the modern mind. We live in an age of distraction. Every sound, every notification, every opinion competing for our attention. But your mind can only shine when it's still. Bill Gates once said that the best thing he ever did for thinking was taking think weeks where he would go alone without phone or internet, to read, reflect, and plan. He understood that focus is not something you find. It's something you create by removing noise. If you want to build something great, you must learn the art of silence. Silence is not emptiness. It's space for clarity. In silence, you can hear your real thoughts. You can feel your purpose again. You can remember why you started. When life gets hard, most people start asking questions like, why me? Why is it so difficult? But the people who win the inner battle ask a better question. How can I grow through this? Because every challenge is a test of focus. Every delay is a lesson in patience. And every setback is a mirror showing you how badly you truly want it. The mind under pressure. Focus is not tested when things are easy. It's tested when everything goes wrong, when your plans fail, when your friends doubt you, when you're tired and success feels far away. That's when your discipline matters the most. Think about Serena Williams. For decades, she stayed at the top of her game, not because of talent alone, but because of her ability to focus under pressure. She learned how to breathe through the noise, to reset her mind after every mistake, and to trust the work she had already done. That's real mental strength. To stay calm in chaos, to focus when everything around you demands distraction. Focus is not about ignoring life. It's about returning your attention again and again to what truly matters. The power of habits. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. Discipline is not about huge effort once in a while. It's about small effort, every single day. When you build good habits, you no longer depend on motivation. You move on autopilot. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, once said, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." That means your daily routine decides your destiny. Waking up early, taking care of your body, writing down your goals, limiting your screen time, finishing what you start. These small actions may seem boring, but they build invisible strength. They create discipline, the kind that stays even when motivation dies. Patience, the forgotten power. We live in a world that loves speed. Everyone wants success overnight, but real growth takes time. Nature teaches this truth better than anything else. A seed doesn't become a tree in one day. It grows quietly beneath the soil, developing roots before anyone sees the leaves. Discipline works the same way. Your results may not show immediately, but every day of focus adds another root of strength. Look at someone like Warren Buffett. He built one of the greatest fortunes in history, not by chasing quick results, but by staying disciplined, patient, and consistent for decades. That's the secret nobody wants to hear. Success is slow. But if you can stay focused and disciplined while it's slow, you'll rise while others quit. The role of self-control. Discipline begins with self-control. It's the ability to choose what you want most over what you want now. It's saying, I'll study instead of scrolling. I'll work out instead of giving excuses. I'll finish what I started. When you control your choices, you control your life. Think about Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison, yet he never lost his self-control. He never allowed anger to destroy his vision. When he finally walked free, he was not filled with hate, but with purpose. That level of discipline doesn't come from the body. It comes from the mind, a mind trained to stay focused on what truly matters. You don't need a perfect life to be powerful. You need a powerful mindset to live a meaningful life. Focus is love. Focus is a form of love. Love for your dream, love for your future, love for your purpose. When you focus deeply on something, you give it energy, you give it life. That's why you must be careful where you place your attention. Whatever you focus on grows. If you focus on fear, fear grows. If you focus on problems, they multiply. But if you focus on gratitude, learning, and progress, your entire mindset begins to change. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. understood this. They focused not on hate but on hope, not on revenge but on vision. That focus gave them discipline, and that discipline gave them power. When you focus on what uplifts you, you rise above what tries to break you. Discipline is freedom. It may sound strange, but discipline is the real source of freedom. Without discipline, you become a slave to impulse, to mood, to distraction. But when you have discipline, you are free, free to choose your path, free to create your own schedule, free to say no to the noise of the world. Jocko Willink, a former Navy SEAL, famously said, "Discipline equals freedom." He meant that when you master yourself, you no longer need someone else to push you. You become your own leader. And that's the goal of all this. Not to be perfect, but to be in control. The quiet power of routine. Greatness rarely looks exciting from the outside. It often looks repetitive, quiet, even boring. Kobe Bryant used to practice for hours before dawn. Every single day. The same drills, the same shots, the same discipline. He once said, "I have nothing in common with lazy people who blame others for their lack of success." He understood that mastery is built in silence. Focus and discipline are not loud. They are quiet forces that shape your destiny behind the scenes. When you repeat your good habits long enough, you start trusting yourself. And when you trust yourself, you no longer need external motivation. You become self-powered. The art of saying no. To stay focused, you must learn the art of saying no. No to negativity. No to distractions. No to anything that doesn't align with your goals. Steve Jobs was right. Focus is about saying no. Every no you say to distractions is a yes to your dreams. When you stop trying to do everything, you finally have the energy to do something great. Learn to disconnect. Learn to pause. Learn to protect your time as if it were your greatest treasure. Because it is. Time is life, and where you spend it determines who you become. The mirror test. At the end of the day, there's only one person you have to answer to. Yourself. You can lie to the world. You can pretend to be focused. But when you look in the mirror, you know the truth. Did I give my best today? Did I stay disciplined? Did I waste time on things that don't matter? That's the inner battle. That's where greatness is built. In those silent questions no one else can hear. Be honest with yourself, because self-honesty is the foundation of self-improvement. The turning point. There will come a day when you'll feel tired, when you'll want to give up, when it will feel like nothing is working. That's the moment most people quit. But if you can stay focused one more day, one more hour, one more effort, that's when transformation begins. Remember, the pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of regret lasts forever. You will never regret being disciplined. You will never regret staying focused, but you will always regret quitting too soon. The inner victory. Winning the inner battle doesn't mean life becomes easy. It means you become stronger. You'll still face storms, but now you'll know how to stand through them. You'll still face noise, but now you'll know how to stay calm. Focus gives you direction. Discipline gives you power. Together, they make you unstoppable. The outside world may doubt you, but when your inner world believes, nothing can stop you. Final words. So, how do you win the inner battle? You win by choosing focus over distraction. You win by choosing discipline over comfort. You win by controlling your thoughts, your actions, and your habits. You win by becoming a student of consistency, a master of patience, and a warrior of purpose. Remember this, you are not fighting against the world. You are fighting for your future. Every time you stay focused when it's hard, you win. Every time you stay disciplined when you're tired, you win. Every time you rise again after failure, you win. And one day, you'll realize that you didn't just reach your goal. You became the kind of person who can achieve anything. That is how you win the inner battle. In the end, the battle was never out there. It was always within. The world doesn't need a louder you. It needs a more focused you. Stay disciplined. Stay patient. And remember, greatness is built quietly, one focused day at a time. This was How to Win the Inner Battle, the power of focus and discipline. Until next time, stay true, stay unshakable.